How do you do this? I'm gonna do it just like you guys introduced yourselves. I was introduced to lacrosse by my football coach in high school. I grew up playing football and football and baseball. And after football season, he's a football coach, and he asked me, "What are you doing in the spring?" I said, "I'm a shortstop. I'm going out for baseball." He goes, "Did this?" "No, you're not. I got a sport that I know you're going to be good at." Handed me a stick, one of the old wooden sticks, with rawhide. The very next. Actually, it wasn't until Morgan that I got a fiberglass stick, the first STX stick, and just told me to go home over the winter and see if I could learn to pick up a ball. Gave me a ball too, pick up a ball off of grass, and see what I could do to try to keep that ball in the stick as I was running. Didn't even say the word cradle, none of that. Just gave the fundamentals of what the game is about. Picking up a ground ball, retaining possession, and then everything else you learn and do follows that. If you can't do those two things, go play baseball, man. So the bottom line is that the love that I hear the ones of you develop that have just started to play, that's what happens to good athletes who encounter this sport. There's something about this sport that just pulls you in and keeps you there. I could go into, as I helped write the book 10 Bears with our Coach Chip Silverman, may he rest in peace, I learned a lot about Native Americans and their sport, that this is a Native American sport. And what it does is it goes beyond just what I felt for football and other sports. There's something that gets into your soul once you play this. Whoever made the comment about the techniques of other sports, footwork is common to every single sport. Crossover in basketball is nothing more than the dodge, the split dodge, okay? So whoever made that comment gets it, and that's something you gotta get in your head. You've all done the field hockey, basketball, I heard all the sport. You've all done the footwork. What you now have to do is translate that footwork into being able to control another part of your body. And that's what the stick becomes. And it doesn't become that until you find a wall and marry that wall. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. So the bottom line is that I think from what I've heard, everybody's heart's in the right place. Sounds like we have some great athletes both on the women's side and the men's side. So you've got the essence of what you need to make this happen. You got a dedicated coach, and we've got to make sure that we, as the people who preceded you, continue to help you and move things along. I've committed to this all my life, even though it gets misinterpreted and misunderstood sometimes by my colleagues. All you got to do is call me, and Coach Marty can tell you that. All you got to do is call me, and I will help you in any way I can. And if I can't, I'll find the person who can. God bless you.
My name is Tony Forbes, born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. My first experience with lacrosse was in the 8th grade. And I seen two guys in the neighborhood with lacrosse stick. I'm like, the hell is that? I'm like, this is lacrosse, oh, we play lacrosse. And I said, let me hold that, and we met every day against the wall. They gave me a stick. When I got to high school, my freshman year, the coach said, anybody play lacrosse? I said, is that the game of the stick, coach? He said, yes, I want to play. And I've been playing ever since. I played 12 years, 4 years high school, 3 years here at Morgan, 4 years at club. Now, Kobe Within High, I got that right? Yeah. He said something that we felt. My experiences in high school and everything was in Baltimore. We were rivals. I mean, we were blood rivals. It was like murder playing against high schools. When I showed up at Morgan, I was like, I remember him. I remember him. I'm going to get him. But it was none of that. When you said family, we came together as a family. Because back in the 70s, it was like the world against us. So we pulled together. And to me, I played the baseball, the basketball, the football. Lacrosse is the best game in the world to me. I mean, if I could play it today, I would, but I can't. I stick to golf. But anyway, what I see here, it's like, makes me proud that the younger generation come and play the sport that I really love. And I'm gonna be here as much as I can to at least watch. If y'all ask me, you know, pointers, I give them to you, but don't listen to me. I was okay back in the day. But got the other young man said the wall is your best friend. By yourself with a buddy, couple buddies, you know, throw them balls on the ground, get them ground balls. But I wish y'all all the success in the world, and I'm proud of you.
Hi, my name is Timothy Wright. I played on the last team in '81. I have not too much to say about it. It kept me out of trouble. Once we dropped the program, it made me go into the military. So I retired out the military, out the Marine Corps, 17 years. I still love the sport. I mean, it's a pleasure to see y'all guys out here. And that's all I got to say.
And
love y'all.
Listen, you guys know he's Vaughn's dad. Look at how they're built. Just kidding. Middle linebacker. Actually, believe that. I did believe that. They believe me. I was like, I said, hey, middle linebacker.
My name is Anthony Bryan, much lesser known than Merc. Everybody in Baltimore City knows me as Merc. I play with. They're selling themselves short. Really. I played with Tim in high school. Tim was a year or two younger than I was. He was a hell of a midfielder. And Tony, you have to go all the way back to the Parliament Funkadelic. They had a song called
Bop Gun.
The Bop Gun.
That's why it's called that.
And Tony, I'm telling you, you can knock bricks out the wall with a shot. Man, it was something to see. These guys, as these guys, I'll tell you a little bit about me. As I said, I went to Emerson, and I went to Emerson and came on to Morgan. I only had played 2 years prior to that. I played in 11th grade, and then I came on up there. I actually decided to go in the Marine Corps prior to going to college, but I found out all my boys was coming up here to play lacrosse for Morgan. They had Lloyd, Calvin, and all these other guys. So I wound up coming up to Morgan. I also played on the last squad with Tim, and I've been coaching in Baltimore City for the last 31, 32 years, mostly at City College as of recently. And some of you guys know because I came up here and, worked with you guys. And I'm telling you, a lot of what you are and what you've seen out there is not much different than what we were. We had a lot of guys that were new to the program, new to playing lacrosse, and I'm telling you, we made tremendous strides. And these guys really on the field to help us, win games. Actually, that's what when we were playing, we was playing varsity lacrosse there at that time. So you guys are not much different than we were. We had some All-American type guys up there, but we also just learned together, learned to stay together, learn the game together, and we're brothers just like you guys are, and the young ladies, I'm sure. And although we didn't have a ladies lacrosse team back then, but we definitely welcome you all. It's so much well needed and so long put off for that. And guys, right now we're working on putting making this an actual varsity program, NCAA varsity program. And these guys are really smart guys we're working with here. So these guys are really doing some fantastic things and making some tremendous strides. And we're really trying to put things together. But you guys, we're proud of you. I know I can speak for everyone here. And keep on keeping on. All right.
We had one guy come in like,
Oh, wait a minute. We got the ladies over there.
Okay. Good afternoon to everybody. My name's Donnie Brown. Played with these guys back in the day. I'm a little younger than they are, but yeah, except for you.
And I'm the oldest.
Yeah, ain't too much more I can say that these guys haven't said. Go out there, do your thing. It's been a pleasure. I've been working with y'all as much as I could, and donating equipment and helping out as we can. Because bottom line is, you are our legacy. All right, so everything that we did, like for example, Miles was on the first team. He laid the foundation for us to play like with Tony. When I first met Tony Forbes, I Lock Raven Boulevard, waiting on the number 3 bus. All the way across the street, he making me play with my left hand. He throwing the ball back and forth across the track. You know, this, yeah, hey, but you know, this looks good. He wanted me to get better. He should push it to get better. All right. So, you know, and especially with you ladies, I'm really happy to see y'all here because you guys, y'all will never exist if they don't. All right, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Exactly.
It's all the years of coaching and everything. These
Title
ladies,
IX.
the girls program will make the guys program go. And if you don't know, our program ended because there was not an additional women's program. All right, Title IX.
Title IX.
That's right, Title IX. You know, so the money was diverted. So you better take care. It's just like a marriage. You better take care of mama, or mama's gonna take care of you. All right, and you know, outside of that, hey, keep grinding, keep working, keep going hard, and you know, and one day you guys will be standing in. Some of you gonna be standing in the coach's spot, saying the same things that we've been saying to you. You can be saying to somebody else. All right, because like guys like this at 9, 10 years old, you know, they're watching it. They're watching it. All right, I just left for my nephews over at St. Paul. All right, then him and my other nephew, they out there practice out there trying to go. They out there for hours. They want to go sit around on the goal. All right, they want to practice jump shots behind the back. That's they have fun. All right, so y'all have fun. All right, so enjoy yourself.
Real quick, so if there's one person, and all these gentlemen have helped this program, but in terms of at least recently, who's given his time, given equipment, everything else, nobody more than Coach Ty. Stand up for 1 sec, Coach. How many people you know who he just had major surgery? Look at his cane. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Is that titanium?
Okay.
Titanium or aluminum?
I went to his house. He lives on a cul-de-sac, and there's a big old sign in front of his house that says "Parking for Lacrosse people only." Nothing more hardcore than that. So he's what all of us should aspire to. Here is a shooter shirt.
Incorporated 3 weeks ago. Our not-for-profit status is under evaluation. We're working directly with the administration. Mr. Ryan is on the board. Mr. Harrison is on the board. We have several women that are on the board who will be reaching out to work with the women's team. Our goal is to work to help make this an NCAA level sport. And I'm gonna be honest, some of you that are seniors and juniors, it may not happen while you're here, okay? But that does not mean you're not part of Morgan Lacrosse, okay? What you young men and women do now will help us pursue the goal of getting this back to an NCAA level sport as quickly as possible. Number one, education, okay? Because we all know Morgan's had challenges with grades. So what you guys do in the classroom will help us send the message to the administration. Professionalism, how you handle yourselves on and off the field, okay? And win games. What did Al Davis say? Just win, baby. All right? I will give my contact information to Coach, so you feel free to email and call. We're here to help. We're here to give you direction and support, all right? And I said this to the ladies earlier, the relationships you create today dictate what your opportunities are tomorrow, all right?
I'm calling you, McBride, I'm calling you, so I'll get on the call, but thank God for Fred Goode.
Yes.
Want me to get on the call. I'm really inspired by everybody. Got to hear a lot about the players and the ladies. Ladies, let me tell you something about Coach Carter, Louie Carter. My daughter's a national championship in lacrosse, so
Wow.
So when anybody talking about anything else, come see me. My daughter has a national championship in lacrosse, and my son has 2 of them. So that's what I brag on in lacrosse. But I'll give you my quick resume chronologic. Grew up in Emerson Village. Mike McBride, right up the street. Got introduced to the sport of lacrosse by my older brother, Bennett. We call him Bunky. Recently passed away. Started playing with a wooden stick. Went to Emerson High School, which is historically one of the best African-American black high schools in the history of lacrosse. Played there. Got an opportunity to come to Morgan and play. And played 2 years there, 77, 78. After a 78 season, my grades were horrible and I got kicked out of school. And I thought that was the end of my career. But played club club ball, Donnie Brown introduced me to Hollandtown Lacrosse Club. Went down there. My first year there, we won the championship, and played another year, and then eventually came back to the '81 team. And Fred told you about the history of the '81 team. I still think it's probably one of the best African American teams. They talk about the '75 team. They did all right, but we can that over some beer. But anyway, '81 team was fantastic. I had a year to come back, and they cut the program. So that motivated me, and eventually I started coaching high school. I then, with Coach Merc, started the program Blacks Lax. We just celebrated our 20th year in existence. And the reason we started Black Lax is because we want to give people the opportunity, our people the opportunity to play lacrosse. And when we did that, one of the first places we focused on is on Morgan State University. Now, there's some miscommunication. We actually started the club team in 2005. I actually coached it for a year. When I left, Coach K came, but we knew Coach K from coaching in Baltimore City High School. So he getting old, he forgot his date, but he's still my man, ain't no problem. So, moving forward with the Black Lax team, I've been doing some lecturing at the lacrosse conventions, and a gentleman named Michael Crawford died at Hampton University. And his mother was Verena Crawford, wanted to keep his dream alive. And this is you can Google Mother of Hampton Lacrosse. It's online. Tells the story of how I ended up going to Hampton University every weekend for 2 years. Started the club team in 2011, and in 2016 we went to Division I. Coached there for 4 years. My last year there, we had a winning season. I retired in 2019. And as a matter of fact, I'm sitting here watching Hampton play Bellarmine, and they're getting their doors blown off. But guess what? They're a Division I team, and they're playing right now. So that's what this whole thing is about. We're here to support y'all. God bless you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to say what I need to say. God bless you.
I need jerseys and shorts.